Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to cover more Extinction Explorer notes. And in this one, we are going to do something a little bit different because we are going to cover all of the notes that are located in the Forest Titan cave. And it's quite a lot of them, so it makes up for an entire video on its own. However, usually, every time I take a note, I start showing the starting point, starting chords, and then guide you to each note individually. That's not really that easy or not really necessary here because you're basically just going one straight direction from the first note here at the entrance to the last one. So I'm not going to do the typical resetting after every note. Instead, I'm going to essentially just go through the entire cave, taking one note after another. So if you're looking for specific notes, just look in the description. I will leave timetables, but they will more just show the coordinates instead of how to get there, because you'll see how to get there kind of in its entirety. But if there's specific notes you're looking for, look in the description. If it's there, then you can watch the video. You know it's going to come up at some point. Anyways, we are starting at the cave entrance. So this is the cave entrance right here at these coordinates. We are in the underground cave system. So if I just fly away a little bit, this is what the surroundings look like. Nothing too defining, but I think the coordinates should probably help you. The cave entrance is pretty large, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find. And our first note is located right here at the entrance, so land, and it should be here on the right. There is no plants making it difficult to spot or anything, so this is Helena Note number 26 at 11.8 by 39. And then we can just head into the cave. So just go into the cave and continue just walking down. There's really only one way you can go so far, so shouldn't be too difficult. Just a cave loading. But yeah, continue in the cave, and eventually you turn a corner and you should have a bright yellow crystal in front of you up there. And you should also see that there is that little rock or stone kind of shelf or little boulder kind of looking thing on the right. Do you want to get on top of that? It's actually a little plateau on the side of the walkway here. So get up on top of this, and you can see that next to these two big rocks, there is another Helena Note. This is Helena Note number 27 at 8.6 by 43.3. You don't need a flyer to get up here. As you can see, it smooths out back here, so you can just walk around if you don't have a flyer. But anyways, let's continue into the cave. And you can see you should come to a waterfall pretty quickly. So once you reach the waterfall, just follow the river. So it kind of forms a little river here, so follow that. Like this. And eventually, as you can see, a waterfall will be forming kind of on your right. And if you just get across to the other side, you can see that on the left of the waterfall, so if I land here, you look in the direction of the waterfall, right here on the left, it can be kind of easy to miss this one. We have Helena Note number 28 at 7 by 48.2. Then you can follow the river. It's the easiest to just follow the river. So we're just going to jump down the waterfall. Continue following the river until very soon you get to a second waterfall, or a third. And if you look on the left side, there's a little shelf up here. And on the tip of that shelf, I'm sorry, the right side, not the left side. On the right side of the waterfall this time, little shelf here. And we find Meiyin Note number 26. At 8.6 by 47.2. And then if you look straight ahead, you should see a couple of metal or text structures, so go down to those. Then you want to get to the right one. And if you enter the right one, you should see that here on the right side, we have the one who waits number 8 at 9.7 by 47. And then just look in this direction, so you should have the other part of the text structure on your left. You have the waterfall behind you. And if you look this way, there should be another waterfall coming down from the roof. And there's a text structure on the left there as well. So go to that one. And on the right side of it, right here, we find another Helena note. This is Helena note number 29 at 10.4 by 47.6. Then just go back to this waterfall right here. It comes down from the roof. And if you look around, so if you come from the metal structure, it should be left. But it's also, if you have the waterfall behind you, both the waterfalls behind you, should be straight ahead. This cave entrance right here, it should have a yellow crystal glowing, kind of signaling that it's the correct way to go. So continue down here. Gonna be a little zigzaggy, but that's okay. Just continue down here. There's only one way you can go, as you can see, so it shouldn't be too difficult. But eventually, you'll get into this place, a lot of blue. So you're almost at the terminal, but before we get to that, we need to do a little detour. So once you reach this little waterfall, just walk forward. And when you kind of just go past this one, you look right, you'll see that there's a crystal right there. There's also that kind of blue alien structure thing up there. Kind of like a triangular shape. You want to go up there. And if you go all the way up, it's very kind of difficult to see. If you land up here, you can see there's kind of a hidden entryway right up here. That is what the surroundings look like, and I can just give you the coordinates in case you're curious. So here's the coordinates of that hidden little entrance. What you want to do, flyers don't fit in here, so I just got to run, but go past or go into this place. Just run down. It's not really that far. But run down here, and you'll get out into this little space. Like this. And if you just run forward, you should see that there's a Meiyin note right here next to this tech thing. So this is Meiyin number 27 at 13.3 by 45.5. And then, don't leave just yet, because you can also see that you can go this way. So instead of going down, you just go right. And you can walk here on the side. And if you just run up this little way, all the way to the top here, you can see we find Helena note number 30 at 12.5 by 44.9. Then you can just make your way back to your Pteranodon or your mount outside the cave entrance. So we're back here now. So now you can go back down to the river, to the water. And once you reach the water, you just turn right and just follow the water. And literally in the middle of it, right here, next to that little waterfall, you find another note. The one who waits number 9 at 12.3 by 48.7. And then the final note, we just want to continue heading into the cave. So you can just follow the river. It's kind of the safest bet. Follow the river, it'll turn around to the right, and you can see the terminal right ahead there. So just go down to the terminal, and then you can see that if you're walking, you can either walk up a ramp on the left, or you can walk up a ramp on the right, and we want to walk up the ramp on the left. And if you do that, if you walk up this way, you should eventually come to this place where you have this sort of diagonal alien kind of pillar support. And underneath it, or right next to it over here, the terminal is right there, and this is right here. We find the one who waits number 10 at 16 by 51. And that was actually the final note. But as you can see, quite a lot of notes in a pretty small area. So if you did find this one helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.